So now Jesus was brought before the governor, the Pilate, that he would be condemned by the elders and the chief priests. And the Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they testify against you?" But Jesus gave no answer. So he greatly amazed the governor. So he was supposed to release one prisoner, one who was accused. And the people were asked by the governor, "Who do you want to release? The notorious prisoner Barnabas or Jesus?" And the people shouted that they wanted Barnabas to be released instead of Jesus. But the Pilate, the governor, was like, "These people are just envious. This person is innocent." He knew that Jesus was innocent, and he knew that it was just out of their envy that they had delivered Jesus to him. So while he was sitting at the judgment seat, his wife sent a word to him. He said to him that, "Have nothing to do with the righteous man, for I have suffered much because of him today in my dream." So even his wife warned this governor to not testify and to not give rule to crucify Jesus. Like she told him that he should not be part of any uh, condemnation of Jesus because he was innocent, for she had a dream about it and she was really troubled by it. So this is what the chief priest and the elders did. They persuaded the crowd to ask Barnabas and destroy Jesus. Like they asked for this notorious criminal to be released instead of Jesus. They said that Jesus should be crucified and that Barnabas should be released. So they shouted, "Let him be crucified." And this is what Pilate did because he did not want to be part of what was going on, and he did not want to be part of Jesus' crucifixion. He took a bowl, he washed his hand, and he said before the crowd, "I'm innocent of this man's blood. See it to yourself." So they said to them, "His blood be on us and our children." Matthew chapter 27, verse 25. They said that the blood be on the hands of them and their children. Like, this is what mistakes and poor decisions sometimes our parents make. Like this chief priest and the elders, they said that his blood, his innocent blood, be on them and their children. So they dragged their children with them, which is not right. So they gathered a battalion from the governor's soldiers and from the governor's headquarters, and they came before Jesus, and they stripped him and scattered robes on him, and twisting together a crown of thorn, they put it on his head. Oh my God. And kneeling before him, they mocked him and saying, "Hail, King of Jews!" And they spit on him and took bread and struck him on head. So they led him to crucify him and went out. So they were going to crucify him, and they found a man called Simon of Cyrene, and they compelled him to carry his cross. So Jesus was helped to carry his cross by Simon of Cyrene. He was compelled to carry his cross. So they came to a place of Golgotha, a place of skull. This was where people were being crucified, and this was a death zone. So they mixed wine with gall, and like with this bitter herb, they mixed it with wine, and they gave it to Jesus to drink. But when he tasted, he did not drink it. So when they crucified him, they divided his garments, and they voted of them, like they were voting who will go with the garment of Jesus. So they still wanted his garments, and they were still crucifying him. These people were hilarious. These people were so I don't know how to describe. So they put over his head writing that this is Jesus, the King of Jews, in a mockery way. So they crucified him on a cross between two robbers who were crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. And those who passed by drained him, wagging their heads and saying, "You who destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." So they were mocking him, and they were saying these words to Jesus. So also the chief priests with the scribes and the elders mocked him, saying, "He saved others, he cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel, let him save himself. Come down from the cross, and we will believe in him." See, they were mocking him like Jesus was doing great works in in their presence, and they were like, if he is really the Son of God, let him save himself, and they would believe him. So they were saying he trusts in God, let God deliver him down if he desires him, for he said, "I'm the Son of God." Like, they were mocking him in all ways. I mean, see, and the robbers who are with him also, they also divide him in the same way. They were telling him to save himself if he was really the Son of God. Now, after the 6th hour, there was darkness all over the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, "Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani?" That is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And some of the bystanders, hearing it, said, This man is calling Elijah." And one of them at one lamp took a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on his head, and he gave him to drink. But the others said, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him." And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit. And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook, and the rocks were split. The tombs also were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many. When the centurion and those who were with him, keeping watch over Jesus, saw the earthquake and what took place, they were filled with fear and said, This was truly the Son of God." And see, they saw a sign, just like Jesus had said, that no sign would be given to them that he was truly the Son of God except the sign of Jonah. And the sign of Jonah was that he would die and resurrect on the 3rd day. And that's when they would realize, oh, they killed the Son of God. So here they realized that, this was truly the Son of God. So this rich man, Joseph of Arimathea, he went to the Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. So he took the body of Jesus, lapped it clean, and he went and laid it in his own tomb. And he put a big rock on it. And then the next day, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered before Pilate and said to him, "Sir, we remember how that impostor said, while he was still alive, 'After 3 days I will rise.' Therefore, order the tomb to be made secure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples go and steal him away and tell people he has risen from the dead. And the last fraud will be worse than the first." So they did not even believe, even this time after Jesus had died, even after the temple had torn into two, they did not believe. So they will only believe after Jesus would resurrect from the dead.